Have you ever fought a zombie with bone blades on its arms? Have you ever wanted to be friends with that zombie? Have you ever looked at your inventory and asked yourself, I feel so bad for those zomboys. They can't use weapons, why should I? This question came to me during a night of intense self-loathing brought on by my crime of putting ketchup on ice cream. Some things are better left unexplained, so instead let's answer the question, can you beat Dead Island 2 with only your fists? We wake up in what appears to be a burning plane. Using context clues, we can safely assume this game takes place sometime in late 2001. We meet up with some other people who may or may not be worse company than the zombies. Full disclosure, it took me 10 minutes and 24 seconds for me to make this into a no-weapon run. I killed about 10 zomboids with wreckage weapons, and when my second weapon broke and I hit that first zombie with my fists... The fight wasn't too challenging, honestly, and all we got in the end was a bite that gives us superpowers like a hobo on illicit substances. After what seemed like forever, we arrived at our second challenge of this challenge, the first real fight whilst adhering to the rules, which are as follows. No damaging an enemy with a weapon, which could be anything you can modify at a workbench. This means I can use environmental hazards, curveballs, abilities, rage, kicks, and my fists. If there are any exceptions, we will talk when we get to them. The fight was Carla against 3 zombies, which seemed easy at first, but I quickly realized I was not as good at the game as I thought I was. While I did not die, I cannot say it was a pleasant experience. Through the mansion, we fought no zomboys, minus the guy who had the keycard we needed to get inside. In the backyard is where I decided to pick a fight with zombies, and lost. I did end up winning, because unlike those Zombroskis, I respawn without a warp screen. Once at Emma's, I was let in, only to be sent back out for the third battle. This one was a bit less difficult, only because I was feeling more comfortable with the game, and had a secret weapon. The dropkick. I took out 8 zombies using only 1 medkit and the nads of steel Carla seems to have been blessed with. After this fight, a few things became clear to me. That housekeeper lady is a bench, and I don't even want to know her name. Emma is busy being famous, and Michael is, well... Surviving isn't enough sometimes. Plants and people need water. I took the infinite water source, that is the blue jerry cans in Dead Island 2, and got to work. I filled up Emma's pools. I watered every plant in the front yard, all the grass, and even the wall-mounted fern-looking things. I even tried to clean up the bloody mess I made saving all of them, but to little avail, as once the water dries, the blood returns. FYI, she made a comment saying something along the lines of, "And who's going to clean all this up?" I bear no blame for this woman's troubles. After a rude introduction from Sam B, the rapper from the first Dead Island, and Reptide, we gain our first curveball, a jar of meat. With my goal in mind, which for myself personally was to get Carla hurt as often as possible, I set off to fight some bad guy and save some almost good guys, like the old man on the roof. This battle was fairly simple, mostly involved me drop-kicking zombies and stomping on their grape-like heads. Once inside the old dude's mansion, we needed to kill a bunch of zombies, which was no issue until his nephew came out, who is a unique Runder Zambrombi. This douche made me waste 3 medkits. While exploring the house, I had a jump scare and cried a little.
Any more zombies? There was!
After this, I went to the nearby mansion, though to be specific, it's the one without one streaming bitch. I went straight through that stupid streaming house that has the stupid streaming girl, avoiding fights when possible, and got through it without making much conflict. I made my way through the lock gate and into the Halperin Hotel loading screen. Past the loading screen, I found my second curveball and highest potential damage source, other than electricity, environmental hazards, the shurikens. Right outside the hotel, I ran into a bunch of zomblombies and spent around 5 minutes trying to fight them. The method that ended up working was training them like it's Black Ops 2, then pouring water on a live wire in hopes they would get electrified, which worked, dare I say, fantastically, except for when it didn't. Some of the dead dudes walking around like to break into impromptu track sessions and swan dive into my personal bubble. With a bit of luck and profanities, I beat them like a dirty Matthew. Inside the Halperin Hotel was by far the easiest part. After I found a place, the zombies had to walk through electricity to get to me, as I didn't really have to fight. I just had to kick them back into their place on the floor. I made my way to the green pool full of what appears to be the ooze that blessed our world with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Velociraptors. And had a blast. To be 100% honest, I enjoyed the segment. The music slapped, though it was goofy, and the battle was as easy as running laps around the pool. After I decided to stop running and look behind me, I saw 3 caustic-proof blombies and blasted them into next Wednesday, aka Nevermore. After making my way through the gate and back into the actual hotel, I remembered something. On my first playthrough, I had been jump-scared behind a door. I thought I was certain which door the jump scare laid behind, but...
Ah! Oh, it was that one!
I was wrong. The zombies in this area were a piece of cake. After about 2 hours of gaming, I made my way to the nearest safe room, I saved and quit. That does it for this first part of the video. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed this part of the series, and comment if you'd like to see more. Noodles, and have a great day.